morning. There's two things that I want to share with you this morning. The first one is that the FSCA had their conference the last few days in Johannesburg. And Unathi Kamlana, who is the commissioner of the FSCA, warned about the decrease in local listings on the JSE. He said this raises questions about the depth and the vibrancy of the public capital markets and how they can support economic growth. If fewer firms choose to list, we must ask why, he said during the FSA industry. This was on Wednesday morning. From as many as about 850 listings in the mid-1990s, the JSE is now home to only about 280 firms. While 80% of the exodus occurred before 2005, this is according to ASISA's stats, political economy issues such as a near-stagnant economy, years of governance failures and mismanagement have contributed to delisting as investors' risk appetite eroded. Now, this is not unique to South Africa, but the JSE significantly underperforms stock exchanges in both high-income countries and emerging market peers. And Unathi Kamlana's apologies, I'm confusing his name this morning. He said, a healthy market is not defined only by the strength of its largest players, but also by its depth, diversity, and ability to support firms at different stages of growth. We must also remain attentive to whether our capital markets continue to support this breadth, inclusion, and long-term economic dynamism. So it is a concern. It's interesting that he raised it specifically at the FSCA conference. There were also other issues discussed at the conference, such as the CFP bill. And the short and the long of CFP is that the FSCA warned that don't panic, just be prepared, and that there will be enough time once all the regulations start to come out for everybody to get ready for CFP. We still don't have a date though. Then I found a study that was quite interesting that was done across the waters in England. So what happened was that two fairly well-known Brits walked around after there was a certain announcement made about something that would change in the British financial planning space. And they did a poll with 2,000 adults. And they asked them what was the best financial advice you had ever received. Now, this poll found that 29% ranked prioritizing an emergency fund as the most valuable financial wisdom. Now, I'm preaching to the converted here. Isn't that what we tell our clients every day? So prioritize an emergency fund. Other helpful tips that they found was learning to live below your means, starting to invest early, and making the most of tax-free savings. All good, solid advice. But not all guidance is positive. 21% admit they were once encouraged to just put it on a credit card, regardless of their ability to pay it off. And the research highlights a wider issue with financial guidance, as 39% of people receive advice they didn't ask for, often from unexpected places. These included getting advice from a stranger in the pub or a taxi driver. So more than half of respondents found it difficult to know which financial guidance they can genuinely trust, and the need for reliable professional help is clear. And the study also further revealed that 38% found the amount of financial guidance they encounter in everyday life overwhelming. And more than half say they would benefit from clearer, more personal guidance. Now, my next question is, why don't these people know about financial planners and financial advisors in the UK? It seems that they have the same issues that we have. Then from FPI side, we have got our conference registrations open at this stage. I know it's still a long time, but we will be just over here in Cape Town at the end of the year, 7th and 8th of October, and our registrations are open. There's only X amount of seats available. We know Cape Town is a very popular place to have our conference, so please book for our convention. We would love to see you there. Thank you.